evening. Welcome. I'm gonna attempt a little bit of Toleo. Probably die a lot. And then I'll probably give up. But I'll try. If OBS would grab the game and stuff. Come on, OBS. Hello, OBS? Do you mind grabbing the game? There we go. Also gotta do a going live request. Oh, never mind, guess I'm not gonna be able to do that. I'll have to do it like this. Oh well, the link thing didn't work. Damn it. Hi Slayer. I'm doing okay. How are you doing? Again, same issue with my character just not moving there. I'm never gonna get past this section. Like, why does my character, like, lose... Again, why does my character lose speed there? I don't get it. I've already gone past some sections that were insanely hard as well. But like here, my character just loses speed. Why is that? Now he keeps his speed. Because I have a dash, right? The dash gives me horizontal speed, but then like sometimes he slows down. Hits the wall before the jump even happens. Like hitting something. But here as well, he like just drops down. It's very weird. See, like there, he just drops down. Again, here, I'm pressing the jump button and he just drops down. So weird. Here again, so yeah, I do think it probably has to do with hitting the wall. I think you're right, Slayer. What happens if you are standing still in one spot, pressing the jump button after you already jumped? You can double jump. There's 2 jumps. So there's a double jump. You can also drop down and double jump. You can just jump 2 times. And there's the dash, after which you can still do the double jump. But yeah, I think you're right. Thank you for helping me understand the mechanics, because I was so confused, but it does seem like hitting the wall slows you down. So that means I need to jump earlier on that section before I hit the wall and lose my speed. Like that. By the way, this is only World 2 I'm on. Out of like 10 or something, I'm not sure. This game is made by another streamer I know. It's his first game. Pretty fun, but it's fucking insanely hard. I watched a little bit more Dragon Ball Z today. Vegeta has wished the Earth back. And now Goku is preparing the Spirit Bomb. Has a streamer that made this game finished it himself? Yeah, he has. Definitely. He definitely wouldn't have put this game on Steam without testing it first. But I guess I'm just bad at platforming and maybe he's just super good at them. Oh yeah, there I hit the wall. Ah. But you know, there is such a thing as developer difficulty. When you're developing a game yourself and constantly testing, you become very good at it, right? Yeah, it's crazy precision. Oh, there I hit the wall. Well, I'm at least less annoyed now by the fact I'm losing speed when hitting walls, because you pointed out I was unable to notice that I was hitting walls. And by the way, this is normal mode. There is a hard mode in this game, which I assume removes the checkpoints in game. Oops. I have no clue who would ever be able to do this, but you know, there are gods out there who will. Yeah. Well, you know, now that I know that it's hitting the wall that loses me speed, I at least know what to do now to avoid hitting the wall. Because first I thought the game was bugged, but no, it's just me hitting the wall, which I didn't notice. So that at least helps me a lot with staying more calm. And by the way, all the deaths happened in this section. Like, the first world, I had maybe like 100 deaths or something. And then I came to this section, and I went all the way from like 100 something, 200 deaths to 900 plus in this level alone. So yeah, this is definitely an insane difficulty spike. Yeah. Which is an optional thing, the death counter, but I'm like, sure, why not? But yeah, precision and timing is everything in this. But hitting the wall there also just drops me to the ground sometimes. I want to be, yeah, those kind of games look fun, but I would want to play them with reasonable checkpoints. I don't know if they have, but yeah, welcome Light. I still haven't progressed. I don't know if I will, like, I have no clue if I'll progress this, but at least Slayer Dude helped me point out that the moment I'm losing speed when dashing is when I'm hitting walls, which I didn't notice earlier that I'm actually hitting walls. So at least that lessens my frustration, because I thought the game was bugging, but I'm just hitting the walls, which is not good. Like doing the dash here. Oops. But I cannot get this jump down. And even when I get past that, the next jump is also impossible. Like, oof. I don't know. Yep, there I jumped too late and I lost all my speed. This is literally the same checkpoint I ended the last time on when I was playing this game. It's literally the same checkpoint. I've been here since like death number 200 or something. But I applaud anyone who can beat this game with a minimum amount of deaths, because holy shit. I definitely cannot. I'm pretty sure that this stream, at least, you know, I'm not the whole stream is not gonna be this game today. I will play something else as well. But I have a feeling the session of this game, I'm just gonna be stuck on this section here constantly. And keep trying. Yeah, I'm like seeing a speedrun of this will be insane. Again, the most annoying thing about this jump here, this one, is, you know, the jump isn't hard. It's just the fact that if you hit the wall and you know, you kind of drop down, so you have to like jump before hitting the wall, kind of. Oh. It's very weird. Yeah, this is like insane timing you need, and yeah, I'm just not good enough at this. As I want to finish this game, I really do. Because I think it is a good game, like I love how the game feels and plays. I'm just not good enough at it, that's the problem. I'm just not good enough. Yeah. Resetting doesn't add a kill count. That's true. I assume a speedrun. I mean, the speedrun will have to be like world record will be like a whole perfect run without any resets and deaths. Oof. But the thing is, like, that jump is so insanely hard, and after that, there's another insanely hard jump that I've never survived yet. Like, this jump is so hard. Okay? But now, this one I've never passed yet. Nope, you can only dash from solid ground. You cannot dash in the air. So here, obviously, what I need to do is jump over the spike, drop down, and move to the left. And then to the right. You know, stay in the middle to not hit the spikes. That's what I need to do, but it's just impossible. Oh, see. I went too much to the left. And even then, I still have another jump here, look. If I drop down here, I still need to make this jump, which I'm gonna guess is gonna be like a dash. Here's the next checkpoint. But just, oh, like this jump plus this is like the most impossible shit ever. Holy crap. I have no clue if I'll ever finish that. I'm not sure what you mean with that question, Slayer. Ow. Ow. Ugh, so close. Oh, almost. Press the entire way or tap. Oh, you mean to ask if the jumps are pressure sensitive? Right? Yes, they are. So I can tap for small jumps and hold for longer ones. All right, that's that. Again, I have to like. The thing is, the jump needs to be here, and then the move and stay in the middle. Perfect, so I don't hit this spike. That's what I need to do. Edge rub. When you make the move left, do you tap it or press it harder? I have no clue. It's all about timing, and yeah, timing it. I have to press left in time to not hit, like, not too early because I'll hit this spike, but also not too late because I'll hit this spike, but also not too long, otherwise I go too forward and hit this one. So it's ultra precise. And even then, even if I make that jump, I still haven't reached the checkpoint yet. Almost made that one again. Alright, I'm here again. Try tapping 2 times really short. The second tap fucked me. Maybe 1 tap would have been enough there. That felt pretty good. We're onto something. The horizontal movement is not pressure sensitive, only the jumping. Movement just depends on how long you hold the movement. Oh! Oh! Okay, this is the farthest I've gone. Wait. Let's actually not. Let's actually do it like this. Can I do this in 1 jump? Or a 1 jump and then a second one, a tap jump at the end. I think that's probably... No! So close to the next checkpoint. Almost starting to believe I might make it. Almost. To be honest, I believe Viola is a name in certain countries. At least in Poland it is, but it is with a W though, but I'm sure in some countries it is with a V. No, that's a violin. Only do a small tap, damn it. Well, I guess it's an instrument as well then. So close. Okay, that jump is easy now with the one tap. I wonder how high this death counter can go up to. Because if there's a max, I'll probably reach it. Ah! Yeah, that's the checkpoint. Now another painful section after half an hour-ish. About 35 minutes took me. Plus, you know, last stream I also did a lot of tries in this section. Holy shit. Okay. 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 Wait, I can make that? Okay. Oh yeah, another checkpoint. Let's go. See, that's what I mean. That section was a lot easier. See, I take one section is 35 plus minutes, an hour maybe. And then here we go, like, oh. Oh god, that's a jump. I did not see a joke, but that's because I'm not paying attention to chat that much. Oh god, it's another one of those jumps. Oh! Finessed it. Don't fuck it up. Yes! Oh my god, I finally finished it! Finally finished level 4. Holy crap. Okay. Oh my god. Huh. What the fuck? Hello, Dash? Would you mind working? Oh. Well, technically the Fury can be the shortest boss battle if you abuse a certain trick. There's a certain trick that lets you kill him very fast. Faster than the Sorrow. I don't see why not. It's not a cheat, it's a feature. And technically, you can also kill the end very fast. Yeah, that's the Trick Slayer. You do a fake death build, then you throw a flashbang, and then you shoot him with a machine gun, and it drains all his stamina. Ah! Well, there's multiple ways to beat the end very quick. Like, you can either snipe him early in the game, or you can turn off the console and change the date forward and make him die of old age. But I'm not sure if that would be faster than the Sorrow, because it would require extra time restarting the game, if you count that. Unless you only count in-game time after you've loaded the save file, then it's kind of instantaneous. Like, it depends if you count only in-game time or also count out-of-game game time. Is there a trick for Volgin? Volgin, there is a way to endlessly loop him into CQC. It's very precise, but if you get good at it, you can endlessly keep CQCing Volgin. And he cannot do anything. Ocelot, I don't know. Ocelot, you just probably gotta fight. I don't know. I do say that if you are a big Metal Gear Solid fan and you want to see amazing content, if you want to see amazing Metal Gear Solid content of, you know, learning a lot of strats and learning a lot of trivia, this guy always plays Metal Gear Solid games. Amazing streams if you want anything Metal Gear Solid related. He does a lot of marathons, and yeah. Sometimes he also does like multi-day marathons that he shares, you know, the stream with another streamer called 3Dog. And then they switch like every 12 hours or something. But yeah, that's like, if you love Metal Gear Solid streams and you just want to know more strats and trivia, then I recommend that. I'm going too early with the fucking jump there. There we go. Yeah, the bosses in Twin Snakes are all super easy. Oh god, checkpoint's right there, chat. Fucking made it. Though ahead of warning, he does shit. When he does play the Metal Gear Solid games he doesn't like, he does shit talk them a lot and meme around, which are mostly Metal Gear Solid 5 and Twin Snakes that he greatly dislikes. So if you see him play those games, then expect plenty of shit talking about the game. To be fair, I don't know if he's played the Nintendo versions of Metal Gear 1 and 2. He has played the MSX versions, which he generally does like, I believe. But no clue about the Nintendo versions. Yeah, generally, I mean, I can see, like, I generally do like F5 as well, but it's, like, very different. Like, I like 5 for what it is, but if I were to judge it for what it is, then it is pretty lacking. Like, it is lacking in story, and, like, a lot of things are, like, worse. And yeah, I mean, Twin Snakes, I generally, like, in comparison to the OG, I think is inferior in every way, except graphics, but that's not important, I think. And I'd rather, like, the graphics being better doesn't matter to me if the atmosphere is worse, so... Fuck. Yeah, 5 was rushed and unfinished, but even if it was finished, it would have still had a lot of lacking things. Even ignoring the rushed last part of the game, the story is still insanely lacking. And the boss battles are pretty ass in 5. Like, genuinely, 5 is like some of the shittiest boss battles, and if you honestly look at Metal Gear Solid has always been a franchise with insanely good boss battles in general. MGS1, amazing boss battles. MGS2, amazing boss battles. 3 as well. 4, I'd say a little bit more lacking, but still generally okay. I like them enough. I mostly just like Laughing Octopus in 4. I do like that you get to play as Metal Gear Rex. But there's not that many more interesting boss battles in 4, I'd say. Like, the Raging Raven fight, I think, is boring as fuck. Crying Wolf is interesting with the smell mechanic, but I don't know. And the Mantis fight, I don't know, is also just a bit lacking. One with Vamp, isn't that like just you CQC him and then spray the syringe in his neck? Yeah, I agree with you on that, Slayer. That's also why I don't like Twin Snakes. I mean, there's more reasons, but that's one of the main reasons. The cutscenes are stupid. The music is inferior, the atmosphere is inferior, the voice acting is inferior. And the devs failed at changing the like, what I hate as well in terms of gameplay about Twin Snakes is that all they did was they took all the controls of MGS2 and they plopped it into MGS1's level design. And that doesn't work. You can't just do that, because it changes the whole balance of the game. If you add the controls of MGS2, first person aiming, tranquilizer, if you put that all in MGS1, it breaks the game. So they should have changed a lot of areas to rebalance it. That's my issue with Twin Snakes in terms of gameplay. I think they should have changed a lot of level design elements. At least then, gameplay-wise, it could have held up. And also, the whole fact that you get a trank gun in MGS1 Twin Snakes doesn't make sense. Because in the OG, like, the whole story in Metal Gear Solid 1 is that at the end, Liquid kind of like talks to Snake and says, "Oh, you've been killing your brothers, you've been killing them, you like all the killing." That's because, in general, there are not many non-lethal options in MGS1. You will end up mostly just killing people, because you have pretty much just a SOCOM and a FAMAS, right? So, at the end, like, most of the time, unless you're super skilled and are able to pass by everyone stealthily and choke everyone out only, which no one on their first playthrough will ever do that, you know, you're gonna be killing a lot of soldiers in MGS1. But in Twin Snakes, you get the trank gun, and even a player on their first round will just be able to trank everyone no problem and not get any kills. And therefore, Liquid's speech telling Snake he's been killing his brothers doesn't make sense, because at that point Snake went in non-lethal. That's a big point in the story of MGS1. Oh, finally. Which fight with Vamp is confusing to you, Slayer? Oh, fuck. Wait, what? Oh, I'm supposed to land there. Oh, this is like one whole jump with a checkpoint. Well, two jumps, but like... I do see where I need to go. Ah, almost. Fuck. 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 Ugh. That gets explained in MGS4 about Vamp. Like, he's like a nano machine monster, basically, that keep healing him instantaneously. God, I cannot time this. Fuck, now I went too far. But yeah, in terms of 5, gameplay-wise, like 5 changed so much, right? Like, I'd say, because you had Portable Ops and Peace Walker that had more like the collecting of soldiers and making your own base. But the gameplay of Peace Walker was still singular levels, right? You would do a single level and then you'd get a rating on that level. And obviously in 5 they changed that to open world. And I'd say there is some fun gameplay in terms of the open world. But they have dumbed down like stuff like boss fights. Even even vehicles in Peace Walker were boss fights. Stuff like tanks and helicopters were entire boss fights. Where you could, like, damage the tracks, or damage the gun, or whatnot, damage different parts of a tank or a helicopter in Peace Walker. In 5, they removed all of that. They, instead of the vehicles becoming bosses, they just changed it to regular vehicles. And, you know, I can see someone, you know, that's what Outer Heaven says, you know, his point is that that's inferior design to him. Because the vehicles were actually like a boss fight with, like, modules you could destroy. And now they're just vehicles. 5 also has very weird and buggy AI sometimes. Ooh. Fuck. He's shown a lot of examples of showing how stupid the AI can be in 5. Jump towards the right at the bottom. I can go to the right. Oh yeah, I can. Well, I can go to the left as well, it doesn't matter much to me. Well, yeah. It doesn't matter much, honestly, because it's just as hard almost. Well, maybe slightly easier to go to the right. But I didn't see I could land there as well. Fuck. Also, I know Outer Heaven is not the biggest fan of MGS4. He doesn't dislike it as much as 5 and Twin Snakes, but he's still not a big fan of it. Even though I personally am a big fan of 4, I can see why some people might dislike it, because it can be a bit convoluted. And I will say that the boss fights are a bit weaker in 4. Yeah, and 4 is also practically a movie, which I don't mind, but I can understand if some people take issue with it. I like Drebin, personally. I do think, again, ties into the boss battles, is that after you kill every B&B member, or defeat them, I mean, after you beat every B&B member, all that happens is Drebin calls you and tells you their entire backstory. And even though the backstories are interesting in my opinion, it does suffer from telling and not showing. I'd rather have the backstory be told, like, more, like, fluently, if that makes sense. Like, for example, in MGS3, you learn some slight backstories about Volgin through different cutscenes, right? Before you get to fight them. And it feels like so hammered in the B&B Corps. It's like, oh, you beat them? Well, here's Drebin with a call explaining everything about them. And it's like, yeah, like they could have put those lores about the B&B members more spread out throughout the game instead of every time placing it right after the fight. And, you know, especially you'd want it before the fight. You generally want to know a backstory before you fight someone, not after. Because you want to care about a boss fight before you fight them. Again, it's after, it's too late, right? It's like you've already beaten them, why should you care? So that's definitely, I agree, is a big flaw. Even though the backstories are interesting, I do like the backstories, I just think they could have been told a lot better. Yeah, exactly. Like, for example, remember Stillman in MGS2? How he talks about Fat Man? How he raised him and stuff? That's all before you fight Fat Man. You learn all these things about Fat Man from Stillman because they have history. That's what makes Fat Man such an interesting character. Instead of him just being an idiot who likes to blow shit up, you know, there's some backstory to it. With the B&B Corps, there's none of it. You don't really care about them. So yeah, that's definitely a big, like, even though I love MGS4, I can definitely agree with that being a massive flaw. Alright, going to the left is easier for me here. Ugh. Yeah, exactly. You know, there's backstory. Like, I do like, you know, some of the backstories about the B&B Corps, you know, are about things they had, like, you know... Like, there was also, I think, one of them that had to, like... eat human flesh or something. I don't remember exactly anymore. But there were definitely some... I remember that there were some stories about, you know, like... One of them suffering, like, the screams of burning people or something. And all that other stuff. Like, I remember, 100%, there were some interesting things Drebin said about them. It's just too little too late, because it's right after the fight, and it's like... You know, put in there too obviously, instead of just thrown out in the game. So yeah. And the B&B Corps themselves, they don't really say much when you fight with them. Think again about like every boss fight, MGS1, MGS2, MGS3. Every boss fight, they actually have like an interesting conversation. And with the B&B Corps, there's just not much there in terms of conversation, because they're just like mindlessly screaming and not saying much. They're just saying some random shit, right? And I know they're like mind-fucked, right, because of the war problems. That's, you know, that's like the whole thing about... That's the whole theme of MGS4. It's about... That's the whole thing about MGS4, the theme of mental damage that war does to people, right? I understand that, but, you know, it doesn't help the fact that they're just, you know, some you know, some crazy women who just scream weird things because they're mentally unstable because of war. It doesn't make them better boss fights or interesting bosses. Yeah, like... I mean, there were at least some cutscenes. Like, you know, I did love the cutscenes of seeing the dangers of the B&B corpse. The first time you see them murdering all the PMC soldiers, all of them at once. When I saw them the first time, I was like pretty impressed and like shocked, like, whoa, they're crazy. But after that, you don't see much of them. You do see a laughing octopus at the beginning of chapter 2, where she like murders some other like soldiers, and then she changes her face to Snake's face. Like, remember this face? It's the one who killed your comrades. Like that cutscene. But other than that, you don't really see any other B&B characters in cutscenes before you fight them, as far as I remember. Hey. The fuck is this? How am I... What the fuck is this jump? I have no clue how to do this jump. I'd have to make it all the way to the second hole with one jump. But I can't. How do I make it? How do I make that? Oh wait, there is a... I'm blind. Oh yeah, there's some channels out there who do that. There's some channels who like put together movies. Some even like put in some crucial codec calls and maybe a little bit of crucial gameplay. But in general, I don't remember seeing them that often. Before you fight them again. With Laughing Oct, like you see them all together when you see them the first time. But that's just in you know, that's them just murdering. And then you see Laughing Octopus at the start of Act 2. And then you don't see her at all anymore until you fight her. Then you get Act 3, which is... Isn't Act 3 in Eastern Europe, in the city, where you go to Big Mama? Or was that a later act? Yeah, because Raiden gets his ass kicked, and then you want to search for Big Mama in Act 3. So that's where you get Raging Raven. Yeah, I don't remember anything with Raging Raven. I mean, you do have Raging Raven following you with the bike chase. Oh, hey, Camel! Camel's the one who made this game, everyone. Yeah. Chapter 2 is, or World 2 is quite a difficulty spike, holy crap. Level 4 in particular of Chapter 2. My death count went from like 200 to over 1,000 just in that level. Fuck. But yeah, I don't remember anything about Raging Raven at all. Apart from the bike chase. Oh. Oh, yes, checkpoint. Hell yeah. And then the next chapter, Crying Wolf. On Shadow Moses. I don't remember anything until you fight her. And then the last one, Laughing Octopus. Or Cry, or whatever octopus. Screaming Octopus. Screaming Mantis, sorry. Also, nothing before you fight her. So there's like nothing in terms of character development before you fight the bosses in that game. Probably a lot of deaths. Yeah, I was like, I breezed through chapter 1. That was like within 100 deaths. I was still double-digit deaths with chapter 1. I thought, oh, you know, it's not that hard. But then level 4, holy crap, in this chapter. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to know which few sections kicked my ass the most. I finished them not too long ago. Shit. But yeah, I'm not the best platformer player anyway. You need to do a sub 100 death run of World 2. I'm looking forward to seeing someone speedrun this game without any deaths. That would be amazing to see. I hope some crazy person is gonna speedrun this game and we'll just have a perfect run. You don't think Deathless is possible? Yeah, I mean, I do think you have to be some kind of ultra-human Saiyan Jedi hybrid to be able to pull that off. But yeah, you never know. I don't know what kind of crazy people there are with, like, reflexes of a god. Fuck. Also, one question. I don't know if it's possible, but it's just a personal thing for me in terms of accessibility. I know the game doesn't have analog controls, right? But I do prefer, even if the controls are not analog, I still prefer using the analog stick on my controller. Because if I use a D-pad, my thumb just starts hurting, and there was no way for me to rebind it. I don't know if it's possible to add an option to rebind the controls so that I can play it with the stick. Just because I don't like having a sore thumb after playing this. Like, generally in most games, I only use D-pad for menu navigation and stuff like that. I never use it for actual movement. Version of Godot I use has issues with analog controls. New version hopefully fixes it. Oh cool, that would be nice. You can change the controls in Steam. Oh, I didn't know that. I'll have to look that up then next time. I'm already enduring the, like, my thumb is already in pain, so I might as well go through with it for today. But yeah, next time I'll try to look on Steam options. Didn't know there was an option for that. Thank you. Fuck! But I'll be impressed if I'll be able to beat this game in general. I was almost willing to give up on level 4 because it was hopeless. I was stuck there for like an hour. But I'm just not good at 2D platformers. I don't know what it is. I just always suck at them. Fuck. Level 4 might be the hardest. Okay. Well then at least I'm past that. It was mainly the 2 sections. The one section I finished last time, I forgot how it was. But then the one I had, you had to do like a slide into a jump. And then you had to do like a drop down and go left and avoid the spikes. That took me forever. Until I figured out that with one light tap to the left, I would be able to land it perfectly in between the spikes. Mostly thanks to a tip from Slayer Dude. But that took me forever to figure out. Shit. And then the next section was also pretty hard, but I got through it pretty fast, and then the rest of the level was pretty easy. Now we're here. By the way, Camel, have you ever played Battle Block Theater? That's like one of my favorite 2D platformers. I absolutely love that game. I'm not sure if I've seen you stream it or not, but... But if you haven't played that one yet, then I do recommend. Hey, checkpoint. I've been playing it forever. It's so good. It is so good. There's like so many clever little designs in the platforming. Because it's like I would guess semi like puzzle platformer. Yeah, definitely puzzle. Because there's like little puzzles you need to beat. But like some of these puzzles I think are so cleverly designed where I can just do nothing but admire the person who created it. Okay, I'm just trying too hard here with the slide. Just a small jump that does it. And the cool thing about Battle Block Theater as well is that you can play it co-op. And if you play it co-op, every level gets changed in a way where you have to cooperate in order to beat the level. So it's like the levels are like 90% the same, but like a lot of the puzzles get changed where you need to cooperate. So it's like highly replayable in co-op mode. So yeah, I mean, I'd say like worth playing solo, but also just replaying with a friend. And it has a lot of potential to fuck with your friends as well. Like, you can screw them over the whole time and, like, let them get killed every time they try to help. Like, there's a lot of potential for that. So it's, like, a great co-op game as well. Definitely the best 2D platformer I've ever played. And there's even, like, a level editor with a lot of community content, which is awesome. Fuck. Oh, yeah. Hey. Alright, better safe than sorry. Fuck, okay, that was too early. Okay, that was dumb. Oops. Hello there, ghost. We're getting somewhere. Hey. Oh, this is very different. Oh, interesting. That was close. No! Fuck! Oh, I fucked that up. Oh, checkpoint's right there. Wait. No! Oh, it was so close. Oh, darn. Come on. No! Just tap. I try to just tap. Oh, shit. I'd love to watch you play this, Slayer. Maybe I'll end up gifting you this game too. Oh, shit. I'm not sure if the light jump will work there. Maybe I do need to do the slide. Look. Turkey noises. You know, I'm also one of those people who just keeps making weird noise when playing platformers. I don't really make that much noise with a lot of games, but this one, or just 2D platformers, I just make fucking silly noises the whole time. Oh shit. Ugh. Yeah. Unless, you know, with the exception of occasionally just saying fucking shit. Fuck! Come on! Ah, darn. Come on. There we go. This one. It needs to be the lightest tap ever. But again, I tap too hard! Darn it! Because when I just stand still, I see I'm not going too high. When I run, I tap it too hard. Oh, I gotta be like super gentle. Ah! Three hairs and some air. Come on, just light tap. Light tap! No, and again I press it too hard. What? There's something. If I'm holding right, my body just fails to tap lightly. Just do it light. Yeah. You know, like here I can. See, it is possible. Sometimes he does jump very low. I don't know. I can't. Wow. Can't believe that worked. Shit. Wait, what? Tap, jumping next to it as soon as you see... Not too... No, I wouldn't want to do another jump. That would be too high into the spikes. I think. Also, I'm not understanding properly what you mean. Oh, wait. Oh no, never mind. Mid-air, move right. No, because if I jump again mid-air, I'll just get too high and touch the spikes. Because if I jump from mid-air, I'll be higher. That's not a good idea, right? Oh, there we go. I tapped lightly enough. Alright, what we got here? Walk. Was Bob Ross good at 2D platformers? Oh, fuck. Oh! Oh my god, what the fuck? Oh, hell. Well, I'm definitely not good at platformers. Except 3D ones. 3D ones I manage a lot better. Super Mario Sunshine, stuff like that. I manage a lot better in games like that. Spyro. I don't know what it is with 2D platformers, just making everything so hard for me. I'm gonna guess that you just need to be a lot more precise in 2D platformers, whereas 3D platformers you probably don't need to be as precise. Side scroll. I am willing to believe that they are harder indeed. Just because there's a lot more precision required. Oh crap, I thought I fell to my death there. I managed to beat Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2. But I did not beat Gex. I rage quitted at Gex. God fucking damn it. That one boss fight where you had to climb super fast, fuck that. Yeah, Gex. I have not. I've only played the first Gex. Well, a little part of it until I rage quit it. Okay, hyper precision here. Checkpoint's right there. Checkpoint's right there, chat. It's right there. Fuck, I was too early. But yeah, it's good to know that. Well, maybe not good to know, but it is good to know what games you're good and bad at. Because I just know I'm bad at 2D platformers. Like, I will say Battle Block Theater, I wouldn't say it's easy, but it is the only 2D platformer that actually made me feel like I was kind of becoming good at it. But maybe that's because it's partly puzzle platformers, so like when I was able to figure out the puzzles, I just like efficiently do them. But I don't know, the flow in that game is just amazing. Shit. I'm also bad at strategy games. Which is the biggest problem with RTS, because RTS games are actually one of my favorite genres, but I suck so hard at them. Like, I am unable to beat the Age of Empires 2 campaigns on the easiest setting, because I'm just that bad. Even though I understand all the game mechanics and all the weaknesses and... you know, how you need to micro your economy and your army fights, I just can't be efficient enough. No, seriously. I've raged so hard with the Saladin campaign. If you go to the Saladin campaign in Age of Empires 2, and then choose the level called Jihad. You start with a town near the water. The enemy starts building a wonder that you need to destroy, so you have a time limit. And you're getting harassed by other armies and boats attacking your base constantly. Only through, like, looking up a speedrun strat, I managed to cheese that level. But playing it normally, I can, for the love of God, not beat that level. Like, to be fair, one big reason of my extra rage was because of my personal life issues at that moment. You are aware of that. But yeah, I love Age of Empires 2. I'll gladly play, like, custom scenarios and shit, but the campaigns I cannot beat. Campaigns are unforgiving. No, I'm not gonna stream it. I'm just gonna like install Age of Empires 2 right now if you want. Player. Install the game, play the campaigns until you get to the Saladin campaign, and then go to the level called Jihad. I have no clue how you're able to fucking beat that normally, because... And I understand Yeah, I know, but I still don't want to replay that fucking level. Shit. I've tried that level so many times. And I've watched so many Age of Empires tutorials. Yeah, Saladin campaign, and then I don't know which number the level is, but the level name itself is called Jihad. That level, I mean, I did pass it, but then later on I got to another campaign and it was Wonder again, and I hate time limits in RTS games because I'm not efficient enough to deal with that. But it's not like I don't understand the mechanics in Age of Empires 2. I understand the mechanics just fine. But, like, I even know how to efficiently go to Castle Age. I know how to get, like, the first boar and, like, efficiently get meat, efficiently get to the Castle Age. I know all of that. I just, for the love of fuck, cannot finish that map because I just get overwhelmed by boats and other crap. Got it. All I know is that you start in a town near the water. To the left side of your town is water. You have a dock. You have some walls. South is an enemy base that will start building a wonder. North are some other bases. And I think east you have some allies. And very quickly, boats will start attacking your docks and buildings near the water. And a lot of, like, other units, like horses and then, like, bombardiers start, like, constantly attacking the rest of your base. It is, like, so incredible. Again, I did beat the level, but only by looking up a speedrun strat. Right? Which is like a cheese speedrun strat. By doing something hyper-specific. And again, I love Age of Empires. I just cannot deal with that amount of difficulty. And I'm hoping a lot of other RTS games will have easier difficulties. I've been playing Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds. Some missions were pretty hard, but like mostly the bonus missions, which I would just skip. I was in... last time I played Galactic Battlegrounds, I was in one of the later Galactic Empire missions. I've also completed Company of Heroes, which is a very fun RTS, but some missions were also incredibly hard. Even though I was playing on the easiest setting again. So I'm just noticing with RTS games, I'm usually struggling a decent bit. There's still a lot of other RTS games I haven't played yet, like StarCraft. I mean, I played it a little bit, never streamed it. Age of Mythology, Empire Earth. And the one by EA, Command and Conquer. Those are still a lot that I need to play. Oh yeah, and Dawn of War. What was the speedrun strat? It had to do with like YOLOing a villager. I think south towards like... towards where they're building a wonder. And then like building a... something. I don't remember. I think building a siege workshop very quickly near where they're building a wonder and then like quickly build a catapult or a tower or something to quickly kill like the villagers that are building the wonder or something like that. I have never heard of those games. But yeah, I'll give Age of Empires 1 a try on stream eventually, until like the missions become impossible. I don't know how the difficulty compares. I do know I also like Age of Empires 1, but yeah. 2, just the difficulty. As much as I want to play the campaigns are just fucking ridiculous down the line. And I don't like the wonders, because they add a time limit. And I just am not efficient enough. Which is so sad. But yeah, considering I've also struggled with some maps in Company of Heroes, it's like, huh. You know, I'm just bad at, I think, being efficient with my time, with micromanaging my economy and units at the same time. Just not efficient enough with that, because I do understand how the game works. I do understand how to farm resources. I understand the weaknesses of units. You know, I understand you want to use pikemen against cavalry. I understand you want to use the spear throwers against archers, stuff like that. You know, I know you there's all the, you know, rock paper scissors kind of thing. I just am not efficient enough in managing everything at the same time. God damn. Shit. I have never heard of Earth 2140 and Fallen Haven, no. But if I ever go back to playing RTS games, which I do want to continue, I want to finish Galactic Battlegrounds first. And then I'll either go to StarCraft or Command & Conquer. Like, I think, or Dawn of War. There's also some other, like, space-focused ones. There's also another Star Wars one. Star Wars Empire at War, I believe. Which is awesome. You can have your Death Star in that. Ah. You mean an old one or a new one? Because a new one did come out recently, which looks very cool. AVP RTS, but I'm sure there's also an older one. Okay, old. There's also a new Terminator RTS game. Again, I love RTS games. It's just that most of them, not all, but most of them are pretty fucking hard, in my opinion, and that's probably because I suck at them. Because I'm just not really able to micromanage my units that perfectly. But for example, you know, a game like Company of Heroes was generally more easy than Age of Empires 2. Galactic Battlegrounds as well feels a lot easier than Age of Empires 2. Jesus, I can't believe I made it. (2003) Extinction. Oh yeah, another little issue I have with this game is that, like, if I alt-tab, I can't, like, put a screen in front of it. Maybe it works if I go full screen mode, normal. Let's see. No, it doesn't work. So I have to actually go to windowed. And then I can... Oh, no, I can still not do it. Okay. Yeah, I cannot move, like, another window. I have to, like, drag it down very awkwardly. Okay, well, let's see. Aliens versus Predator. Extinction. I can't find it on the PC Gaming Wiki. Really? Is it not on the PC? Yeah, it was only PS2 and Xbox. Right. That's interesting. An RTS only on console, huh? Wow. Yeah, I'll have to see gameplay of that, because if it has fun gameplay, I might actually get that. Like, I'll either try to find a secondhand copy, and if I can't, or if it's too expensive, I'll just, you know, emulate it. PlayStation mouse. Speaking of emulating, some PS1 games I want to play. Although I do want to visit Amsterdam again to see if I can get copies of the games for a normal price. But if not, I'll emulate them. Which are Tony Hawk 3 and 4. Wipeout. And Armored Core. And probably something else as well. Was there something else I also wanted to play? It's probably something else I wanted to also play, but I forgot. Oh. To probably go to the other block to the left. But I think Tony Hawk 4 is super rare on PS1. But again, I'll just visit my favorite retro game store in Amsterdam. And as long as they're asking a reasonable price for it, I'm willing to buy it. But if not, then fuck them. Yeah, game over. That's the only place I know where they sell PS1 games. Any other second-hand game shops? No PS1 games, just PS2. And older, but no PS1. Thankfully, a lot of other, you know, titles like Resident Evil, you know, I just have the PlayStation 3 store that I can buy them off. I think I already own like a couple, same with Silent Hill. But yeah, like... Tony Hawk 3 and 4? I don't think those are on the PlayStation Store. Armored Core, also not. Almere. Yeah, I mean, I guess I can find online as well, but with online, usually the prices are a lot more bullshit. And, you know, there's also, of course, extra payment for the thingy. I did get Medal of Honor Underground from Game Over, which I was happy with. Which, by the way, I still think Medal of Honor on PS1 holds up very well. It definitely had a, you know, interesting take on bringing FPS to console, but I think it holds up pretty well. I think it was pretty playable. It was, yeah, it was pretty darn well playable. I really like playing Medal of Honor. Shit! But yeah, like, the only other games I can think of that interest me on PS1 that I haven't played yet, yeah, of course, of course, Resident Evil, Silent Hill, but I have those in the PS Store. But the other ones, yeah, I'd say only Armored Core, Wipeout, and then Tony Hawk 3 and 4, I think. And that's about it, I think. Unless there was something else. Wait. I had like a... Yeah, Armored Core. I still haven't finished Driver. God, fuck. The police in that game. Call McRae I've already played. Duke Nukem I've already... Well, I still need to play Land of the Babes, but that's fine. Gran Turismo, yep. Lego Racers. Oh yeah, that's another one. I'll definitely play Lego Racers. I'll see if I'll be able to get a copy of that. Oh yeah, and Quake 2. I want to get Quake 2 on PS1. And Return Fire. Return Fire is also a fun little game. Oh yeah. And you know what else? I totally forgot. Nuclear Strike and like the other one, Soviet Strike. Nuclear Strike and Soviet Strike. And previous games of that series were actually on Nintendo, also with Helicopter. Those games look fun as fuck. Yeah, and then just Wipeout, because I love racing games. Yeah, I played a little bit of, like, my experience on the PS1 was very limited when I was a kid. Because I only played PS1 at, like, my cousin's house. And at, like, friends who had PS1s. So I only played, like, very briefly. Like, I remember seeing someone play Metal Gear Solid, and I was blown away by it, how awesome it was. And yeah, some Lego Racers I played at someone's house. And that's about it. Then the first console I had was PS2. And yeah, then I had Lego Racers 2 I played. Played Oni. I haven't played that game, but I got that game once. That's the one with the purple short-haired anime girl on the front, right? So here's a fun story. Why did I throw that away? Here's a fun story. So a friend of my mom once randomly came over. And that friend randomly bought me a video game on the PC. And it was Oni. It was that game. Well, I couldn't get it to work on my PC. So I never played it. I probably still have it somewhere. Maybe. I'm not sure. Unless I lend it to a friend and he never gave it back. That's also a possibility. Might be able to find on PS2. No One Lives Forever. I've heard that one before. Shit. I do wonder how long my PS2 is going to be able to survive. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with a lot of games. If they came out on PS2, like, that's the thing. A lot of, like, early 2000s games, early mid-2000s games on PC, which was, like, PS2 era, a lot of games back then are a pain in the ass to get working on a modern PC. So in a lot of cases, if it's too much of a pain to get working on a PC, I'll just rather get, like, the console version. Because that'll just work, right? Like, for example, even though I did stream Need for Speed 2 on PC, I got it working somehow. It's still easier to just, you know, have the PS1 version, I mean. And, you know, also just emulate it. Level 9. Even my Abandonware, like, sure, you can get a lot of, like, Abandonware games, but it's still, like, in a lot of cases, maybe they won't work. I don't know. I'll have to see. Also, isn't Rise of the Triad Remastered coming out tomorrow? Like the Ludicrous Edition? Commandos. I thought you knew about that. I've played Commandos Behind Enemy Lines a lot as a kid, but I sucked at it. I always sucked at it. I played it with cheats back then. Until I got to the map where you're on, where you have to you blow up the bridge if you get caught. Then I couldn't beat it anymore, but I was a little kid. I also have a Commandos game on PS2. Which I didn't even know that they had, like, console versions as well. But I have some of the Commandos games also on Steam. And yeah, one on PS2 I have. Commandos is super fun. It's like a very unique take on, like, real-time strategy, kind of. Because it's, instead of base building, you only have, like, you know, a group of few specific commandos with their own abilities. And I still remember the voice lines of some of the characters in that game. So one of the guys is like, "Sure thing." He says that. Like when you select, like, the Green Beret, he's like, "Mm-hmm." Still remember that fondly. What a jump. Hey, checkpoint. Hey. Yeah. I still, like, I can hear that sound in my, like, it's like in my brain, right? It's like drilled into my brain. I know exactly how that sounds. I'm coming! That's how he says it, right? Ah. Jesus. How do I... and then he also says, "Coming over." That's also a line he has. I still remember, like, you know, you've got the green beret. Usually I wouldn't use the green beret that much, and I would just bury him in the snow. He would just, like, freeze to death. Not really, but, like, I just think it was funny to just bury him in the snow the whole level. Oh, almost had it. I know you've got the underwater diver dude, who also had an inflatable boat diving gear, and he had like a harpoon. You had the bomb dude. You had the driver dude. You had the spy who could like disguise himself. Yeah, I still remember that. I still remember that game fondly. I mostly just loved taking the driver and just stealing vehicles and driving with it. That was my favorite thing. Well, Beyond the Call of Duty I never played. I only played Behind Enemy Lines. I have no experience with the other Commandos games. I pressed left too early. Well, yeah, that's not something TF2 invented. Haha. Fuck. Oh, I nailed it. Now I just need to pray for a checkpoint. Yeah! I'm wondering if I can finish this. If I finish this level, I'll be done for today, I think, and then we'll play something else. Assuming I get to the next chapter when finishing this level. Ugh! But yeah, in general, I love World War II games because, you know, I just love anything World War II themed. I'm a big fan of, like, you know, World War II history. So any movies or games set in World War II, I will instantly be interested in. No matter what game genre it is, kind of. Shit. 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 But there's always something about, like, the atmosphere of World War II games and movies. There's always that specific atmosphere of that era that, like, I always really like. Fuck. No matter if it's like Medal of Honor or Call of Duty or Company of Heroes or Commandos or Brothers in Arms or Wolfenstein, there's just always that atmosphere. I watched a World War II movie not too long ago. I forgot what it was named, though. I totally forgot what it was called. But it was about, like, the V2 rockets and shit. And, like, some soldiers trying to meet up with the resistance or something, and, like, they ended up smuggling themselves on a train to, like, a city. But I forgot the name of the movie. Yeah. My first proper World War II FPS game, though, was Medal of Honor Frontline. That game is so nostalgic to me. And I have already streamed that game. It was a nice nostalgia trip. I probably want to replay it and play it all on hard mode. God, I love that game. Yeah, I guess technically speaking, I played Wolf 3D before that. Technically, but yeah, like, that was very different, though. That's definitely not as much of World War II feeling as something like Return to Castle Wolfenstein. And I guess technically the later Wolfenstein games, I mean, still Ravenstein still is World War II, but like New Order and stuff, those are like more post World War II, because in that timeline Germany has pretty much already won the war. Yeah, the one from 2009, that's Ravenstein, I call it. That game is amazing. That's like, I'd say arguably the best Wolfenstein game. The newer ones I also like, but Wolfenstein 2009, that's like the best one. And Return to Castle Wolfenstein is also very nice. Like, Return to Castle Wolfenstein holds some special nostalgia for me. But Ravenstein, oh, that game is so fucking good. That's generally something I feel has been toned down in video games over the most recent years, is like little details to like death animations and sounds. But maybe that's just me, but it doesn't seem as detailed anymore. I also remembered, like, in Medal of Honor Frontline, like, shooting enemies in specific spots would give them, like, unique death animations and stuff like that. And I know, like, games have ragdoll physics and stuff now as well, but still, like, little things, like, you know, if you shoot them in the throat, they will gurgle blood and other things, like, shit like that, you know. Kind of, do increase the immersion a bit. Have you played the Brothers in Arms games, Slayer? Shit. Brothers in Arms is great. Brothers in Arms is a lot more of a serious World War II FPS. Like, compared to stuff like Call of Duty and Medal of Honor, right? And Wolfenstein, like, Brothers in Arms is a lot more serious. And it's a lot more, like, tactics focused, where you want to flank your enemies. It's also very narratively driven. Like, you actually, like, care about your squad that you're with. Streamed the first game, I still want to play it. Stream the other two as well. They're amazing games. Because I think the narrative it adds of, like, more like the horror of war, of, like, having squad mates that, you know, you spend time together with, you know, you bond. Oh fuck, do I go down or do I go to the right? I think I go down. All right. There's nothing down here. But there's just spikes to the right. What? Am I blind? Maybe I go in here. Bucket. Oh my god, I guessed correctly. Yes! My road only gets longer. My fire only burns brighter. Oh my god. Alright. Continue next time. Whew. 1940 deaths. So soon.